Hello everyone, welcome back to North Friesland. We're here on our own this week. Yes, Args and I's schedules meant that we couldn't connect. So yeah, we're both going to do a solo episode. Now, my challenge here is, we have planted barley in both of these fields. Now if you remember, Args helped us out by putting some lime on these fields. However, if you look down in the bottom corner there, our pH is still bad, and that's because the lime went down before we knew which crop we were going to put in. So now we've got a crop in, we need to make a decision about whether we throw a bit more lime on. I am actually going to do that. I think Argsy's still got the lime spreader, and it shouldn't take us too long to do. So I'm going to get that sorted as a first job, and then we are going to skip forward time, because just over there is our corn harvest. And we really need that for the pigs. The pigs are not struggling, because we did go and purchase some stuff in the last episode, but it would be good to get this in, and it would also be good to get the sunflowers in over there. So we have got some decisions to make, but for now, let's get the seeder off the field. If you remember, you left us actually planting this field in the last episode, so we'll just move this back into the shed. And we will go and see if Argsy's still got a lime spreader at his. If he hasn't, we're going to have to release it. But as things are, we are just going to get this folded up and head home. Now, while this is a leased seeder, we are going to keep a hold of it for now, purely because it's going to come in very handy, not just for me when we replant the cornfield after we've harvested it, but also Args is going to need it for his field as well. Now, whether or not he puts maize back in there for silage, or he decides to put something else in it, this will come in handy. We shall wait and see. We don't have a planter actually, so replanting of corn at the moment is not a problem, but something we would need to invest in. So we will make a decision at a later time. Okay. That's that done. I'm going to stay in this tractor just for ease. Let's go and grab that lime spreader, if it's still about, of course. Soon find out. Well, frustratingly, it looks like he has sold it. I can't see it anywhere, and yeah, he's put it back, which is frustrating for nothing other than we're just going to have to go and spend a bit more money on it, but that's okay, needs must. It will come in handy for Args actually, and this big field here as well, should he want to put it on, so I've no qualms picking up the tab for this one. It's going to be worthwhile, and actually when you know he's got 1.5 million litres of silage there, he might not mind us spending a little bit more on it. So here we are, let's get it ordered. Let's get it filled with lime as well. Right, there it is, and lease is 2,200, okay. We will lease that, and we better buy some lime at the same time, hadn't we? So let's just quickly do that. There we go, 4,000 litres. 8,000 litres, beg your pardon. That'll do. Not that expensive either. Right, let's load them up and get spreading. Let's hope that that is enough. There we go. With an 8,000 litre capacity, this will do ideal. Whatever's left over, we can keep in it. Otherwise, we'll have to come back and buy some more. But hopefully, we won't need to do that. Let's see. With precision farming installed, we do tend to have a little bit more kind of sensible application of lime, and remember we've already done an application already, so this will just be balancing out that little bit more. So as long as we're efficient with it and don't over apply, we should be good. Right, here we go. Let us throw GPS on as well, so again we're getting the efficiency where we can. So steering assist, 2 headlands, 12 metre working, 24 metres round. Do we need that? Surely we can turn on 12, can't we? No, let's go for 2 just to be on the safe side. 12 metres is actually not that big. I think we might be going back for some more lime at this rate. Let's see how we get on. I'm watching it go down. That's 2% already. I think this might just be a case of seeing what happens. Right, just checking in here. We've done 1 headland. We've got 41% left, so we're burning through about half of the mix in one go. But looks like we're going to have to go and get some more, doesn't it? So we'll get this headland done. We'll go fill up, and we'll just keep going. That is the way it's going to be, I think. But it's worthwhile doing. If you look down on the mini map in the corner, let me just make it a bit bigger. You can see that actually we are covering off that lighter green, and it will give us a big boost in crop performance when we get to harvest time. Now the barley is useful for the pigs, of course, but it's also useful if we sell it and we get a decent yield for it. The more we can sell it for, the better it goes. So it's a worthwhile exercise for sure, and we'll just keep going until we're done now.
I'm not the light, but I'm always riding not uptight. Oh, to the side, come on, step away. You would pay, you can call me out. When you're gone, it's me, no one else but me. Get the hint, you're out. To the side, come on, step away.
Right, here we go. Last kind of pass and a half to go. Looks like we've got enough in to just about do it. It's going to be close. I'm going to have that horrible thing where you think you're going to end up with a tiny split at the end. I think we'll do the other field as well, just because that means that'll push us probably basically to the end of the day in terms of work and everything that we need to cover off, and tomorrow we can dive straight into the corn. 9% left. Are we going to get to the end with this? 8% left. Oof, this is going to be touch and go. I think we're going to make it just. But it's regardless. We're going to have to go back to the shop and buy some more anyway, so it's irrelevant. But it's nice to not have to do that before the end of the field. Look at that. You couldn't have planned it better if you tried. We have got 1% left, which means we might as well just cover off that little bit there and that little bit there. There we go. Perfect. Right. We're going to go to the shop, top this back up, get that other field done, and we might as well just come back when we're finished. So, you'll see in a little while. Alright, here we are. Not far from being done now. We are pretty tight on lime though. Hopefully we're going to make this. 28% left. But looking at the 2 passes we have here, I'm confident there is enough. Let's just keep our fingers crossed though. But there we go, yeah, we can easily get these 2 done. With what we've got left, 24% left now. So as long as we get to the end here, turn it around. I might be smart and turn it off so we're not over covering anything. Well, let's just get this little bit that's missing here. There we go. Now I'm kind of in 2 minds here whether or not we wait on the big corn harvest. Do you know what? We're going to skip to tomorrow and see what's ready. We know the corn is ready already. We just can't harvest it yet. Sunflowers aren't ready, if you see dead ahead there, they're in the last stage of growth, so they might not be ready tomorrow. I mean, it would be nice if they were, but we can't force them to be ready. There we go. Right, we're done here. Let's park this up and settle in for the night. Let's check the pigs one last time, make sure they've got enough to eat. They should do. Let's just park this here. We'll use the green tractor tomorrow. Right, piggies, 12% health now. It is starting to go up, which is good. We have got 314 litres of slurry, which is good as well. But yes, base food, which is in essence the corn, is the thing that's going to really push that up. They have not got the most effective food at the moment. So, and there's the second pig site with nothing in it yet. Soon. So I think we're going to move things along pretty quickly, hopefully. Right, on that note, at 4:30 in the afternoon, I think we're done for the day. Now, I did think to have a look at some of the contracts here. Some of them are not bad payers. 14,000 there. I'm going to bear some of this in mind. I mean, the big payers, for example, mowing, look at the size of field, 77 is huge. Also, 11,000 on field 2 down here, but it's peas, and you know how slow they are. So I think we'll probably not dive into any contracts just yet. That might be required. Oh, those guys cultivating one there. Field 16, again, big field, but not bad equipment they give you with it as well. Anyway, we digress. That might be a backup if we really get to the point where we're struggling for cash. We've still got 110,000 in the bank, though. Things are not bad, and remember, we've got the sugar beets in there as well. Anyway, good night. We will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. It is harvest day, definitely for the corn, but what about those sunflowers? Let's go check those too. There we go. No, they are not ready yet. They are still growing, although about the field behind. Oh, hello. These are ready to harvest. Well, I think it would be rude to not do those sunflowers first, wouldn't it? And then we can jump into the corn harvest. How exciting. Right. I wasn't expecting that. That's brilliant. There we go. As I'm walking through the barley field, because I wanted to check these crops. Look at the weeds in here already. Awful. But a hoe will get rid of those. So, that's good. It needs rolling too. We should have done that after we'd finished liming. Didn't think about that. But, there we go. Look at the pH and the nitrogen though. Fantastic. But yeah, those weeds, they're going to need to get done too as well soon. So, let's get this first field of sunflowers off. And then maybe we'll come and weed this field as well. Right. We'll take this. But the other header is back at the farm. So let's go and grab that. And then we'll dive straight into it. To be honest, I think if we just park the trailer at the end of the field, we'll do the combining and just time it when we unload the trailer rather than needing to run the trailer. I don't think the quantities are going to be colossal with sunflowers. Corn is a different story. I need to think what we do there. I may put the combine on course play and we will run the trailer for that one. It will cost us a little bit in the hired workers, but you know what, it's probably worthwhile. I was going to go into the other entrance, but I think we'll go in here. Let's just get it lined up. Right, here we go. Just grab this header. Tremendous. I think this is a really nice animation on this header when it unfolds. Right, let's get down to the field. I don't even know where the gate is, so I'm going to go out of this side gate here and see where the entrance to the field is. So it's pretty narrow down here. I did think we could maybe sneak into the field, go in the other direction. but it looks like there is no way through. Again, one of these ditches in the way, but this, of course, we know we can get to this one via our little route down here past the houses that we've used many a time now, past the electric robot lawnmower that's always working, never stops. There we go. So let's roll down here, and yes, there's the field straight ahead, so I can literally cut straight into this. As long as we get it unfolded. There we go. Yes, this header has got a very nice animation to it. There we go. They'll get locked into position and we can get started. Right, here we go, maybe a pass and a half left, 2 passes at the most. We're running about 87% of yield at the moment. Oh, as you can see, there's a lot of weeds in the ground, so it's not the most optimal of crops. Of course, we inherited these fields. This crop was already in here, so we'll just have to make do with it at the moment. 2.9 tons to the hectare. We'll probably get that up with whatever we plant in next time. That's why we were extra liming barley fields just there. I want to make sure we optimise our yield wherever possible. But in terms of volume, we've just ticked over 5,000 litres in the hopper. That is all we've got out of this field. Sunflowers obviously don't yield particularly high. Sell price is pretty good, because we're going to be using these for food. We are going to dump all of this straight into the pigsties, so they are getting more food, and then that's what we're going to do with the corn as well. But yeah, the problem is that we don't obviously make a lot of money out of this, but hopefully we'll make out a lot of money out of fattening up the pigs and selling them later on. But for now, we are running at a loss. This is why this kind of, well, 107,000 we've got in the bank now. It needs to stretch out for a fair bit longer yet. Right, let's grab the end of this. I was going to run the trailer down here. I actually think we could run this back down to the yard and just empty it straight from the combine into pig feed. Let's try that. If we can't, we can't. And the trailer will be there anyway next to us, so we will just drop it in the trailer there. But if we can just use it with the combine, that's one less job we need to worry about, isn't it? And then I think before we do the corn, well, maybe we'll cut into the corn. I tell you, that's what we'll do. We'll cut into the corn just enough so the pigs have got a bit of food. I won't do the whole field now, because I do think we need to catch those weeds pretty quickly before we need to spray them. I want to avoid spraying them if I can. So there we go, we are done. Fold the header up here and we'll get back to the yard. That was quick. Right, here we go. Here's our first challenge, getting into here without either ending up in the river or getting misaligned and clattering into the fence. Okay, that was easier than I thought. And then challenge number 2 is getting this aligned with the feed point without again hitting the shed. Oh, I believe we were over it there. Yes, there we go. Right, let's just jump in while I'm unloading and see if it's registering. There we go, a little bit more protein in there. Now for the big one, base food. Right, here we are. Field entrance. Let's get everything unfolded again. I am interested to see how this is going to go. I really am. Right. Wait for it to all unfold there. Power up and just dive in. Like I said, a couple of trailer loads of this. Just to get the pigs started would be good, and then we'll come back another time and finish this. We do have a little bit of time on our hands today to get this finished. There's definitely benefit in getting rid of those weeds before too long. I did notice Args has not finished mulching his field as well. He could be a decent neighbour and just help him with that. Right, I'm intrigued to see what the yield of this will be like compared to the other one. Is saying 86% here, but just volume, sheer volume of corn tends to fill the hopper quicker anyway, doesn't it? And again, yield is yield a massive problem? We're going to have a load here which will help us feed the pigs. And I think what we'll need to do is wait till next harvest to determine whether or not there's enough to go through an entire year or not. To 71% here. Yeah, so we're going to have to go a full year before we decide what we do in terms of how much crop we need. I hope it lasts a year. That's my big concern now. Is it going to last a year? Have we got enough crop to be sustainable? Or are we going to have to actually spend some of this money on fields? Actually expand the farm slightly. 10.5 tons to the hectare, 71%. It's a possible yield total, again, full of weeds. Need to get better at spraying these weeds off. Right, we'll come back when we've got a full tank. It looks like we'll be able to get, hopefully, around the whole field. Right, here we are. We have managed to do an entire headland, which is good. 87%, 88% in the hopper now, so I'm going to keep going until this is full, and then we'll go and grab the trailer. While it's good that we managed to do a full headland, it's not good that we haven't got really a higher yield. It's sitting around 88%, but then there's points, look, we're going to roll over it now, where it drops to 71%. Really something we need to kind of resolve for next time. Now, some of that could be soil type, which you can't really help, to be honest. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take another short edge out here, because I know we've got a long pipe on this combine. So I'll take this end out, like so, and then just give it a little bit of space here to work with the pipe, so that we're not putting the pipe out and it ends up kind of halfway over that hedge there. 3% left anyway, so not much more. Get down to the end again, that would be good, wouldn't it? There we go. Beacon's on, so Args doesn't get upset. And let's go and get our first load of corn for the piggies. And here we go. Don't remember what this hopper holds. I think it's about 14,000, so we're not going to fill the trailer, but we'll get close, and then, like I said, we'll go and unload this, and then I think we probably need to go and get those weeds out of the other fields. I'd rather get those done now than miss the opportunity to do them manually rather than with spray, because that has an impact on our environmental score with precision farming as well. So there we go. Let's see if my memory was right, and this is 14,000. It's not, it's 11,901, so 12,000 really. But that is going straight into the pigs to try and boost their health up a bit. Anyway, I'm trying to estimate in my head now how much we might get off this field, and I have no idea. hopefully enough that we can completely fill the feed troughs in the pig houses, and then be able to store some as well. But worst case scenario, it'll all go into the pig feed here. So let's get it tipped and let's see what happens next. There's our trigger, and finally. They've been waiting a long time for this. They've been on a diet they didn't want to be on. There we go, base food 50%. Now we are going to start to see, oh, look at the health, 100% already. Flying. Flying. Right, that's positive. So, just for now, we are going to forget about this. And we're going to run and get the weeder. Now, there we go. We've got this little pool at 6 meters. I am even considering looking at that one. And then we've got the Rotacare 12.4 meters. We've got the Einbock at 12 meters. We've got the Elmer's 15 to 27.3 meters. Now, I'm guessing, yeah, you pay a lot more for that. 61 and 86. Okay, so this at 15.3 could be the one. I mean, 46,000. What happens when we release this? Okay, 2371. We're just doing it. This is going to come back and bite us if we're not careful. Our lease costs are high, but needs a must at the moment. Right, let's grab this. Let's get this done. At least with this width, it's not going to take long to do. You know, I'm having to get a bit tactical with my route out of here as well, actually. Needs to get pointed straight before we got to the entrance. There we go. Now it should get round with no issues. It's a big old machine, this. Jeez-o. Right. Weeding time. Right, let's see how we get on here. I think on last job of the night, I think we'll get that final silage clamp of Argsy's covered. He's not been in the last few days, so I want to make sure that he's his silage is at least started. Right, let's go with this. Oh, this is huge. This is going to take no time at all. It's exciting. Excellent. Right. I am confident we could do this by hand, so let's get on with it. Right, here we are on our last pass. It's taken a while actually, and the worst of it is it's not completely sorted the problem. You might be able to see there are certain flecks of weeds still in the field, and we'll get to the end here and I'll just jump out of the tractor and I'll show you, because it still just says partial and hoe on the ground. So let me just show you. We'll get to the end and I'll show you. So here we are at the tractor now. If I wander along here, look, weeds, partial and hoe. It still says that, and if you look, there's a couple of weeds, there's a couple of weeds, there's a few more. So I don't really know what to do, to be honest. I'll jump into the map here. There you go. We still have weeds, which is very strange indeed. I don't know what's gone on here. It definitely removed a load. You can see that. But it's left some behind, so I wonder if it needs another growth stage. But then I'm worried that the crop will be too long and we'll have to spray anyway, so I'm really slightly baffled. And what I thought I might do, although I don't think it's going to register because there hasn't been another growth stage or anything, we just go diagonally across the field here. I mean, we're going to head over there anyway because we're going to finish levelling Args's silage and get it covered for him. If we go across here now, I don't think it's going to remove these other weeds. No, we just drove over one then and nothing happened. So I am confused. I am confused. So what we'll do, we'll fold things up. Like I said, I'm going to go and level Args's silage for him. Get that done. That's going to take a little bit of time. But I feel it's the right thing to do. He'll appreciate it when he comes on next and sees that it's been covered and has started to ferment. And then I'll wonder what we need to do with these weeds. Very strange. Right, we are on the clamp. We are just going to roll backwards and forwards on this for the foreseeable future, I think. Until we've got everything up to 100%. We'll pick up any stuff that's hanging out at the sides as well. And just get this in a position where it's covered and fermenting so that Args can use it as quickly as he needs to. I know we've got one to the right there that's already covered and I'm sure fermenting well. Alright, we've been battering along at this for a good little while now. Looks like we are not far off. 98%, there we go. Just a couple more percentage points and we can get this covered, which is good. I mean, there's a few bits spilling over the side. I actually think that our fill level hasn't changed at all, so I think that might be a slight visual thing, but we will make sure that that is right before we cover it up. But 99% already. I think we're going to hit the magical 100 any second now, and I'll be delighted to get this covered for Args. He'll appreciate this big time. 99% still. There we go, there's the 100. So I think we roll off the back here because it's a little bit neater at the back. There we go. And we get this covered. Right, there we go. Blanket that silo. Yes, indeed, we do. There you go, Args. A little bit popping out the front there, but in essence, it's pretty well covered. That side's looking good too. And actually, this one here is 88% fermented as well, so this is going to be ready pretty soon. He's also got his bales down here as well. The guy's got more silage coming out of his ears than anything else. Oh, it doesn't even tell you what those are. Right, on that note, helping our neighbour out just a little bit, alongside all the things we've got to do, but I'm a bit confused about those weeds, but there we go. A good day's work done. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully back again next week. We have got FarmCon coming up, so we'll have to play things by ear, but thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support as always, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.